Oh, I am, man, you Christians are crazy. It's all just so crazy. Every day I go through this mental turmoil. Like, how the fuck am I here? Why do I live in a society where attention of what's going on? They sort of do, like, just so fucking insane. Especially the whole Christianity aspect of things. Like, you Christians just know nothing. You just don't know what you're doing. And it's crazy because the more I read into it, the more I learn about Christianity, the more I'm like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Hello, you guys see this? What's going on here? It's embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing. The Bible they don't even hide it. Like, it's all Jews. All the Bible is Jews. It's all it is. They mention the Gentiles as a separate group. Several times they talk about the Gentile slaves. And that's you. That's your average Christian is a Gentile slave. And it's like it's not a secret. And I would say, how dare you even defend Israel? But the illusion of Israel defense is just as strong as anything else. I don't know anybody that defends Israel. I don't know anybody that knows anything about what's going on right now. They're a real life person and they defend Israel. Yeah, I get a lot of bots and shit on here that defend Israel. Well, no. Actually, I don't. I don't even get the Israeli side that comes on and defends Israel. The only shit I ever get is attacked for saying these things. But nobody ever, explains why they would ever begin to support the Friars. And it's F-R-E-I-E-R-S. Spell it right. Why would anybody support them? Who does? Like, it's amazing that I don't even have, like, the Jews that come on here, the Friars that come on here, the Israelis that come on here and talk their shit, whether it's the, it's bots or like this, like this guy or whoever. Again, they never actually say anything of merit. They never say anything like, just saw a Jeep drive by. Who decided that everybody that has a Jeep should now put stupid little ducks on the front part of on the dashboard? When did that fucking change happen? You say the same shit every day, and guess what? You watch it, you fucking clown. Yep, I'm gonna say the exact same until the problem is fixed. Until we kirk the entire cult itself. But see, this is exactly what I'm saying. This is the kind of shit that comes my way. Who cares? So I say it every day. What would that matter? What do you want me talking about, you little crybaby? What do you want me to talk about? Yeah, you in the list. You in the list. This is when English isn't your first language, you have a hard time speaking it, obviously. But I'm not even close to famous enough to be in that fucking category. So just dumb shit, right? It's just dumb shit. I just heard somebody that say Charlie Kirk wasn't killed for being a racist, but for towing the line with Israel. I mean, Charlie Kirk was killed by Israel for Israel. Like, Israel made Charlie Kirk. We wouldn't have Charlie Kirk. You wouldn't know who Charlie Kirk is if not for Israel. Israel is who gave Charlie all the money to exist in the world he existed in. And the idea of taking him out, well, he was a goyim. It's not like they took out Ben Shapiro, which I wish they would have. Charlie Kirk is a goyim. And nobody's talking about his fucking teeth and how the guy that got killed had different teeth. I've seen the pictures about the ring, changing as he's falling back. The ring changes fingers somehow. I'm still concerned about whatever was underneath his shirt on the right-hand side and the little dot that then moved. Like, there's just so much of this that doesn't make any sense. I got an agenda. The list for lives on YouTube as we scroll, you dummy. See what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying when I say, like, there's no real opposition? It's just typical, like, crybaby Israeli shit. Nobody sits here and tells me what I'm wrong about. And that person was saying this was a black person. So, how many views did the video have? You are wrong about Charlie Kirk. Sure I am. Like, again, it's one thing to say you're wrong. How? Which part am I wrong about? Come on, crybaby. Come up with something better. It's really embarrassing how stupid you guys are. Like, I wish I could sit here and say I get the best opposition in the world, but then again, I think I do. I think when it comes to the things that I'm talking about, what could you possibly say? This is the best opposition that can come my way because they're fucking disgusting. That's a religious thing. What are you even talking about? This person said he wasn't killed by left. I was like, what? Why do you believe in the left and the right, dude? I mean, it's utter stupidity all the way across the board. So why do you pick and choose which bits you fall for? Bro, some people go through life without going into or around a Catholic church. LOL. What the fuck does that have? I mean, again, this person is here because I don't force them to be here. I don't force them to say stupid shit. And yet, this person chooses to be here, and this is the best that they can come up with. If that doesn't like say what needs to be said, I really don't know what does. It's just so stupid. It was a live stream. Was it? Like, you just don't know anymore. I mean, 9/11 footage was live, right? Isn't that what you believe? And if you watched the original 9/11 footage, then you saw the nose of the plane supposedly go through the fucking steel frame concrete building. And then every camera that was focused from that angle, all three of them happened to go black for 15 frames or so. And then come back and there was the explosion. The nose of the plane didn't go through the building. It did not go through the building. Not only is that impossible, but there's all sorts of different views to show you that the nose of the plane did not go through the building. So what did we see on live TV? Because on live TV, the nose of the plane absolutely went, the aluminum nose of the plane absolutely went through the concrete steel building. No, it wasn't because he was black. It was just the information I was doubting. I don't believe that the left and right are both the same side of the coin or two wings of the same. You don't believe that the left and right are the both? You don't? Why not? Why wouldn't you believe that? The left and right are two sides of the same coin. Exactly. It's left and right. I mean, they don't even hide it from you. They flat out tell you it's the left or the right side of the same thing. It's like a joke. You know, it's just a joke. Since I believe in Jesus, the streamer hates me. No, I hate you because you're a pedophile, piece of shit, Israel supporter. Your Jesus belief is just a symptom of all that. But you can make up whatever narratives you want to make yourself feel better. What a fucking dumbass. Like I keep saying, like, I don't even have to say much. They say it. I don't have to be creative in what I say about my opposition. They say enough. I can literally just read it back to them, and it talks the shit in itself because they're so stupid. Do you see this? Do you see how, like, nobody ever actually comes in and tells me how and why I'm wrong, and, you know, it's just this crybaby shit every time. Ask the dumbass who believes in Jesus why he believes in Jesus. He doesn't fucking know. I do, because I have faith, because Jesus is king, and all kinds of, you know, just pull cord stereotype nonsense. How come you're not capable of saying anything better or stronger or more intelligent? And I believe it's because the source is so fucking stupid. If your source material is fucking moronic cult control scheme bullshit, then your answers and your responses are going to be moronic cult bullshit. Do you believe one could not? Do I believe one could not? I do believe. I'm sorry, I'm using... Yep. Oh, now you're using voice to text. Oh, it's the computer's fault again. It's not my fault. It's the computer's fault. Duh. Oh, common sense. That's the best answer. Common sense is that God made a virgin pregnant so it could die for our sins. That's just common sense. Common sense meaning it's common. So that shit happens all the time, right? You always hear about those pregnant virgins out there giving birth to you know, a Messiah who dies, who is killed by the Jews. Man, it's insane. What's up, Leah Bia? Always good to see you, Leah. Look at what we're dealing with here. Look at the best opposition that can come my way. Look at how fucking stupid it is. I woke up today to an amazing message from Leah saying, you know what? You were right about all the Israel stuff that you've been saying for years. Almost like I didn't quite believe you. I thought you were kind of kooky, so I didn't believe you. I might not have said I didn't believe you, but I didn't believe you. And now, you know, the evidence is too overwhelming. And there's no knock there at all. I don't expect anyone to just believe me for no reason. Just believe me because I say it. Just believe me because I'm a chosen person. I'm chosen. I believe I'm chosen by God. Oh, let's see. Do we got anything good? One could come up with a better example of why they believe in Christ other than Immaculate Conception. What proof do you have of an Immaculate Conception? You doofus. You doofusai. You doofusacios. I don't really know what the fuck. I bet you got 30K last night. Oh, I believe it. They don't really believe in anything to do with it, nor do they live by it. It's Goyim religion. They are cute on a little fish symbol. That's what they're doing. Check up on what it means and saying. Yeah, it's all crazy. I just didn't understand. I know you didn't. What reason should you? There's no, if especially when you see what happens to me. When you see that the guy that gets attacked, I mean, that honestly, that should be your smoking gun. That should be your aha moment. When you see what comes my way, when you see the attack that comes my way, and it's unexplainable any other way. Like, are you telling me all of you just are big pedophile supporters and genocide supporters? That's just how it works? Satan versus Jesus in the battle arena. Oh man, it's just so fucking stupid. You are the one who mentioned Immaculate Conception. Yeah, I did. Oh, I'm a yapper. There we go. We have our provided talking points. Soon as they start getting shown up and, looking stupid, now I need my meds. Now I'm schizophrenic. Now I'm yapping. Now I'm rambling. Now what I'm saying doesn't make sense. I'm deflecting, blah, blah, all the bullshit. This isn't how conversation works. This isn't how anything works. If I'm wrong, you should be focused on what I'm wrong about. I don't even have 30K. It was a joke. And you even misread it. Oh, yeah. Because I give a shit about what you have to say, you proven pedophile. Definitely see even more how you've been censored because you've been on point. All on your own. Calling out Israel from the get-go. Yep. Not just Israel, though. Israel isn't a thing. Israel doesn't exist. Israel is a construct. It's just it's something we agree to. They say, you cross over this invisible line and now you're in Israel. And we go, oh, well, okay then. But the reality is the problem isn't the Israelis. It's the friars. It's the friar cult in itself. It's pedophilic at its nature. The most important mitzvah, commandment in their religion is the cutting and sucking on baby penises. It's fucking insane. I just like watching you enjoying listening to your own voice. Like, I love when they come up with these kinds of dumb things, right? So, with all of the YouTube that's available, all of the millions of different options, all the different streams, all the different videos, the countless material that's on YouTube, all of the Facebook that exists, all of the Instagrams and Snapchats and Hulus and all of the rest of the shit that exists. You're like, oh, well, I just like watching you because you like your voice. That's what you think is a reasonable thing to say. Like that. Oh, well, yeah, that's a good thing. That explains why you're here, defending pedophilia, defending genocide. Yep, that makes sense. Like, this is how stupid and inbred they fucking are. They're inbred. They're inbred pieces of shit. Hong Kong and Ukraine, yeah, sure. Look at these stupid comments. I do believe the left and right are on the same. Oh, because it said don't. You might have just fucked up. It's called algorithms, numbnuts. You popped up out of nowhere having manic episode. Yup, that's what it is. So again, this is what this guy is trying to say. He's trying to say that randomly, whenever YouTube just shows him something, he has to watch that. And apparently mine was the only thing that popped up. And so he came on here, found out what I was talking about, and was like, I have to stay on this feed and talk shit to the guy who thinks we should kill pedos and eliminate the friar thing. And this doofus has been here many times. But let's just say I'm having a manic episode. So what this good person here does is find somebody that's having a manic episode and starts talking shit to them. Because that's what good people do. That's what real people do. They find people having manic episodes, and manic episode is another one of those talking points. Again, it's all about trying to make people that speak out against Israel and the Jews as crazy. You have to be crazy to not accept that they're God's chosen people and they're superior. You must be crazy. Don't you accept that the narrative that's given? You're crazy. You must be schizophrenic. You need to take your meds. This is literally the only thing that they can do. This is the only crybaby bullshit that they can do. Nobody sits here and says, well, you're wrong. Israel does great things for the world. They introduce this. They have good health, the standard of living for everyone. They equal. The Jews are good people because they do this and they do. Nobody says anything even close to that. You see how this works? Yep, I need help. There's the other one. Help. I need help. How dare you not be okay with little babies having their bloody penises sucked on? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why don't you support the genocide of an entire population? What's wrong with you? You need help. You need help, mister. You need some help. Brother, I'm not your brother. We're not talking shit to you. I'm just saying that you're not being kind to anyone you're having the episode, or else people. Yup, that's what it is. You're just saying that. Oh, I'm just saying this, and I'm not brother. Shut your fucking mouth, you pet. I have no room in my anything or cult sooner than later. This shit is happening. Doesn't matter whether you agree with me or not. Their shit is falling apart. Their narrative is not going to last much longer. Oh no. And I, for one, can't wait. I am so excited. I will be standing on the front lines, fucking cheering. Good job, people. Way to finally eliminate the problem. And if the truth is, and it's undeniable at this point, there is no opposition. There is no counterpoint to what I'm saying. Yes, there will be crybabies that suggest I should stop talking, but they're not going to tell you why. They're not going to say, oh, you're wrong because of this, or you're wrong. They can't. They literally can't. What, Chubby? What? Oh. How you feeling? Better? Okay, get dressed. Go get in the shower. Huh? Go get in the shower. Fulancio's up. He's going to get in the shower. Go to shul. I still don't understand why nobody's talking about Charlie Kirk's teeth. Yeah, man, I hate seeing people losing it like this with zero context. Zero context, yep. I'm losing it. Zero context. Matitza Bapay. The October 7th false flag where no Israelis died or were taken hostage. Like, I just don't know what I'm talking about. He's actually my neighbor. I live next door. Well, across the street. Sure you do. Sure you do. I would love to. How come you won't come out and have the conversation face to face then, you fucking cowardly piece of shit? But see, again, it's so funny to me how people will say things like, oh, the submarine thing, let's talk about subs. Let's talk about, they want to talk about submarines. So weird. The shadow is not in the right place. At the same time yesterday, the shadow wasn't this far up. The sun makes changes. It changes more often than people think it does. More dramatically than people think it does. Oh, look at Crybaby Daniel. Crybaby Daniel. He's going to attack you. So you should talk to me instead. Is he right or left? See that? See what I mean? It's like a thought process is so ingrained in your head that people have to be right or left. And it's just, this is so easy. This is just so easy. You know, if I'm wrong, it should not be this easy. If I'm wrong, there should be more to say against what I'm saying. These Jews are crazy. Do you understand that this is like, not only is that part crazy, your Christianity is crazy. You were right about all the anti-Semitism stuff too. Of course I was. I don't say it unless I'm right. You good, man? Put that shit down. Put that shit down. You need to stop it. If submarines don't exist, then how did the Jews kill that father-son millionaire duo and the homemade sub those years ago? Again, it's just the stupidity of like, I was presented with this thing I saw on TV, so I believe it. What I really want to know is how did they rebuild the White House so fast after the laser came out of the alien ship and blew it up? I saw it. It was on TV. I saw it. Things are making more sense. That's the best part, Leah. That's the thing about this is, and this is how it is with most conspiracy theories, is when you apply the knowledge, you no longer sit there and go, dude, this doesn't make sense. Why is this so fucking, this doesn't make any sense. Everything makes sense. It just depends on how you're looking at it. So if you're looking at our United States Congress and it's controlled, 85% of it at least is controlled by AIPAC, well then things start making more sense. You know, when you have both presidential candidates, Trump and Clinton, are both at the 2016 AIPAC Policy Conference, which the AIPAC Policy Conference is attended by more government officials than anything else but the State of the Union address. Right? Just let that sink in. More government officials attend the AIPAC Policy Conference, where AIPAC is this policy, than anything else other than the State of the Union address, where they're required to be there. That is fucking insane. And in 2016, head speakers, not just guest speakers, neither one said anything bad about the other one. Neither one campaigned against the other one at this conference. All they did was pledge loyalty to Israel. Do you love the country? You love the country I live in. How stupid you sound. Do I love my wife, my children? I love things that actually love back. People like they say, you sound like you got a little bit of sugar. Yeah, now I'm gay. Uh-huh. Super, super gay. Smart people come here, and guys, and oh, it goes well. People come here. Where are the smart people? All those dual citizenships make sense. Now, gotta love it. Gotta love the feed. Fucking going to shit, don't you? Fucking going to shit, don't you? Doesn't it make sense? Doesn't it make sense that the feed would just get all tanked all of a sudden? Let's see what facts Peter has to say. I'm sure there's a lot here. Yeah, nothing. Literally nothing. Look at how crazy this is. Just stop, bro. Not for us, for you. So are you threatening me? Is this some sort of threat? I should stop talking about this because of what? Like all of you don't like America, you need to leave kind of people. Well, that's the thing about living in America is you get to say these things. That's part of free speech that apparently you guys just don't like. Did you grab the fucking tea from downstairs, you goof?
I didn't find any.
Oh, look who's a liar. Fucking liar, yo. You lied yet again. Goddamn lying ass Angela.
Earl Grey.
She's fucking lying as always. Because that's all we do is lie. It's really shocking. It's just really shocking. And it's all so telling. If I was wrong about something, then they would just come in and say so. They would come in, they would address what exactly I'm wrong about. You know, we would have a back and forth. I would be able to disagree and you know, they would have more than one prepared response. And,
Oh, there's muffins in here still.
right? And it wouldn't be, oh, you're just not supposed to say those things, so be quiet because you're not supposed to say those things. It would actually be a normal, reasonable conversation. Why do you think the Jews have such a hard time talking about it? Show me a video, show me a clip, show me an anything where you can find a Jew or an Israeli with a friar piece of shit saying anything about Israel or Judaism that makes sense, that's reasonable. Show me something. Make some argument to defend this shit. I would love to see it. I have yet to see it. The only thing I ever see is people saying, you're not allowed to talk about that. You're not allowed to talk about that. That's literally the best argument that they said. That's all they have. And that, I'm crazy. You know, you're crazy. You said things, you're crazy. How, you're so crazy. And then if you have people who like Leah, who actually do check and you know, look into these things, you're not going to find anything that I've lied about or been incorrect about. Literally nothing. Hitler was half Jewish. Yep. Hitler was an actor. He didn't do anything. Hitler was way more involved in the pageantry than anything else. He was very much involved in the outfits, in the setting up of you know, the parades and shit like that. He was all about that stuff. As far as some military genius goes, nope. Didn't people release information like his address? Of course they do. They always try to. But again, why would you even suggest that? Other than you're a piece of shit Jew, why else would you suggest anything like that? How come the Jews never come in here and just say, hey, you might have some misconceptions here, let's talk about it. Let me explain to you what you're getting wrong. How come they never say that? There's no evidence that supports that. Evidence that supports what? What are you even talking about, dumbass? I'm worried this guy's hurt someone. Yup. See the desperation? When you're too stupid to actually like make a reasonable argument, you just start coming up with craziness. And this is literally what they do over and over again. Do I like Charlie Kirk? Well, it doesn't matter if he's dead. Did I like Charlie Kirk? No, I'm not a racist white guy, piece of shit with a little dick. Sorry. Like this whole Charlie Kirk thing is so crazy how people are just ignoring the obvious aspect of it. And people keep talking about it like it's just what some guy, just some random guy did it. You're so quick to believe the narrative that's given to you. And just like with Oswald, this dude's denying it. But you're just so quick to like, it's weird how when it's like groupthink, we just believe it. Like with Jesus, with Christianity. You literally have no reason why you believe it. You have no reason why you can't be like, oh, I believe it because there's that thing, that obvious thing that proves it. And yet, everything to the contrary of what you believe is very obvious. Everything I say about Israel and the friars is very obvious. Anybody can look this shit up. Anybody can find out this information. It doesn't take some sort of genius, super sleuth, anything to figure it out. It's right in front of you. And yet you're going to be quick to be like, well, where's your proof? Where's your proof? Okay, here's some proof. Okay, where's more proof? Here's some more proof. Where's some more proof? Here's some more proof. Well, I need more proof. Where's your proof of Jesus? I don't need proof of Jesus. I have faith. It's so weird. The friars, F-R-E-I-E-R-S. The friars is in their belief structure, it's considered to be one of the worst insults you can call them as a friar. So because the feed, I have to worry about the words I say, the freedom of speech I have, and they're like the only group that identifier is also considered a slur, like they're Jews, then you can't do that. So we'll just adjust things, because it's we can roll with punches. They may not be able to, but we can do it. And we're just gonna say, okay, fine, you're gonna censor us for saying who you are, so we'll just call you who you are. You're fucking bitch ass friars. Right? This channel is about learning and you're opening eyes to different possibilities. This channel is about my own personal journey. I'm not trying to lead anyone or anything like that. I'm trying to figure things out. And if you can come up with better stuff than I've already figured out or I've already learned, well, then we'll go with what you have to say. If anybody can even begin to address what I'm wrong about and why I'm wrong, if I don't have an argument in response to it, then you're right, and I'll go with your narrative from now on. I don't care. I will. It's fine.
What?
I will. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. But this is all about my own personal journey. I'm looking for people that are actually reasonably intelligent to tell me what I'm wrong about. I didn't start off believing the earth wasn't a spinning ball flying through space. I learned it. And it's only because, and I was arrogant, I was defiant. I was like this, or you believe the Bible, that's something people wrote when they thought the earth was flat. Like that was one of my main arguments all the time. I didn't want to believe in anything other than one day I'll be able to go to space, and that should be pretty fucking sweet when that happens. Like I wanted that. However, once I'm presented with arguments I can't override, I'm not some arrogant piece of shit who just believes something because I want to. My belief structure, my thought process is based on what does the information say. You whip out Occam's razor and you you whip out Occam's razor, and however it lays out after that, whatever you end up finding after that is what it is. I mean, what do you think the response is going to be when someone starts asking questions and the only argument is that you shouldn't say it? You shouldn't say it. You shouldn't say that shit. You're a bad guy if you say that. What is, I'm supposed to be like, oh, hey, I'm not a bad guy, so I guess I'll stop saying it. There's no attempt to fucking say, hey, you know, this is how it is, that's how it is, whatever. It's not how things work. If I'm wrong about this, then there should be a lot of evidence to the contrary. It shouldn't be impossible to find an interview with a friar, an Israeli, making sense about anything that they're saying, but it is. I heard about this stuff 25 years ago and I didn't believe it at first, but then I started to research and you're exactly right, guy. I know. Thank you, I guess. 9/11 was an eye-opener for a lot of people. I've told this story before, but when MySpace first appeared on the scene, I was in Virginia at this point. I mean, MySpace had been around for a little while, but I got a computer and I started looking up old friends, and I happened across good old Scott Hars. I found his page, and because I was just looking for people, and I saw he was a 9/11. I hadn't even heard any sort of 9/11 conspiracy stuff yet. You know, maybe I had heard rumblings of it, but nothing real big. But this was sort of right after that military person, you know, the president gets off Air Force One, and there's supposed to be a guy there to salute him. And one of the guys didn't salute Bush, and it was a news story. And I remember I wrote the song Patriotism at the time. And the song was about how, look, you might not like him, but he's our president. And we voted him in, so we have to stand behind him so we don't look weak to the other countries, because all those other countries want to get us. Those darn Arabs. But I happened upon my buddy's page, and it was all 9/11 truth. And I was so like, oh man, why are you doing this? Blah, 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 blah. What is this? It's thermite. Thermite? What's thermite? What's thermite? And I started watching the videos on his page. And almost immediately, I knew something wasn't right. And the reality is, in this world we live in, if there is an opposite argument to the mainstream, you know, like for me, there was never a time in my life where I believed in Jesus or God. Even as a little kid, I just thought the whole idea of it was fucking stupid. And I couldn't understand how adults, smart, you know, these people that I know are super intelligent, they're adults, how they can believe in such insanity. It's stupid. It's literally like it's fucking stupid. You think there's a guy up there and he, you know, watching everything, watching all the clergy rape children left and right, not doing anything about it, watching Christians be bombed in their tents because they were bombed out of their houses and now they live in tents while they're being starved to death by Israelis. You know, and your God just watches that. Like, that whole thing is just such a, you know, and then at the same time, you have all these people, God, no, I talk to God every day, and God blesses me every day. And why doesn't God, what's the difference? Are they just not praying the right way? They don't pray as good as you do? They don't tithe as much as you do? Because God doesn't answer prayers. God answers tithing, remember? But as somebody that never never believed in Jesus, and saw the rhetoric that came my way, saw the kind of opposition that came my way, that people would attack me. Instead of being able to have a civilized conversation about it, they would attack me. And when I started noticing that that same response happens whenever somebody brings up that we didn't go to the moon, or the earth isn't round, or something, it's the same level of insecure arrogance that immediately takes over. I ask the same question every fucking day. Every day I ask, and none of you proud religious people have any even attempt to answer it. And you have a bunch of them on here just saying dumb shit. The wild ones turned into disciples. God is chosen even if he doesn't believe in God. He might someday. Guy is chosen even if he doesn't believe in God. He might someday. Never. It'll never answer. It'll never happen. Ellie says, "Oh, answer it." Ellie is about as dumb a girl as can be. Ellie doesn't even know 1 Timothy 2:12, which anytime a female starts talking to me about Christianity and how much they believe in the Bible, I love to point out 1 Timothy 2:12 because clearly they don't. But again, you just don't know your shit. You have no idea what you're even talking about. Why do so many of you, why all you Christians out there, why do you personally, not the book says and blah, 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 what in your personal experience leads you to believe that Christianity is correct and Islam isn't? What in your personal experience makes you think it's Jesus, not Muhammad? It's God, not Allah. Can you even wrap your head around that question? Programming runs deep with Ellie because Ellie is a bot. But you'll see, nobody will answer that. Well, I still think highly of you, and I'm still open ears for you to change my mind. I don't know shit. I know that for sure. I have not even read the Bible fully. Do you have to read, do you have to watch an entire movie before you know it's shit? Do you have to, do you have to have $1 million before you'd know you'd want $1 million? Why would you even come close to believe, if you even come close to believing in Christian God and all that shit, and you haven't read the manual front to back, side to side, and therefore live your life by that manual because there's that chance you're going to go to hell for all of eternity? Like, if you actually believed in hell, you would do everything in your power to not go there. You would sacrifice. You wouldn't have sex before you're married. You wouldn't have any tattoos. You wouldn't have sex for anything other than procreation purposes. As a woman, you'd shut the fuck up. You'd know your place. If you don't believe in hell, then you don't believe in God. You can't be arrogant and pick and choose which parts of the club you want to be a part of. It doesn't work that way. What research have you show you that Christianity is the truth? You can clearly say, look, I can debunk Islam, I can debunk Judaism. I can debunk Scientology. I can debunk Mormonism. I can debunk the African shit you've never heard of. I can debunk all the Chinese religions. I can debunk all the Indian stuff. I can debunk all that. When it comes to Christianity, I just can't debunk it. Can anyone even come close to saying that? Insane take right now, especially with all the energy out there. Enjoy your life. What are you even talking about? See what I mean? Do you see how stupid it is? Do you see how stupid they've made you? Like, aren't you embarrassed that the thing you believe in doesn't give you a better response to this question? Shouldn't that wake you the fuck up? That I ask you a question that you get all uncomfortable and have to attack because you can't answer it? Because my creator is Holly and I'm not. Your creator's Holly, huh? And you see, like, this is the stupidity that comes my way. Jesus is king, yeah. I thought you were across the street. Why don't you just come outside, douchebag? Have you ever done a panel debate? Why would I ever do anything with any of you clowns? Look at what you come up with on here. What if the entry question to be able to get into the panel debate was one simple question? If you can't answer one simple question, then you're not allowed in the debate. At least I'm not gonna put extra effort into having a debate. Nothing is stopping anybody from, quote, debating me right now. Nothing is preventing you from putting your best argument forward. And think about that. You know, all of these people, especially the ones that have been here multiple times for hours on end, blah, 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 talking all the shit, all the multiple comments they make. Do you really think they have this really great comment, this really great piece of evidence, this end all be all, oh yeah, well I can prove it with this? They're just waiting for the right time to say it. And instead, until that right time comes up, they're just going to say dumb shit that continues to make them look stupid. What are they holding back? What are they waiting for before they unleash their big argument? Nothing. Nothing. Guy lies. Yes, I'm lying. We all know I'm lying. No, we don't see what you mean, dude. You've been incessantly rambling. Yup. It's all I do is incessantly ramble. So you watch me for hours doing it, huh? Because that makes sense. And you respond to what I'm saying with the dumbest shit you can come up with, but you still respond. Because I'm just incessantly rambling. Notice how it ramps up, right? I ask a simple question, they should be able to answer it, and they, instead of answering it, I slipped tequila in his coffee. We're so bad at following God's rules that he had to come down as his own son and get killed to forgive us. To who? That's one of those things you never want to answer. Who did God have to answer to? Who was like, God, the sins are getting too much down there. Somebody's got to die. May we suggest you impregnate yourself with yourself and then kill yourself on the cross? Like, it's just so stupid. He has no agenda. He's just a random American with internet access. Yup. I'm not sure what I believe, just that there's good and evil. I'm confused daily. Yeah, but your definition of good and evil is, again, a manufactured thing. And where do you draw the line? Yeah. All you people crying about Charlie, it's not okay to kill a man over his views. It's not okay. It's not okay. While this man advocated for fucking genocide all the time. Go look at what's happening in Palestine every single day. The videos coming out of Palestine every single day. I saw this video today. There's a fucking baby, 1 year old. Well, who knows how old they really are because the malnutrition has them much smaller than they should be. But 1 year old baby laying there crying. It's mostly blurred because, and you can see that it's moving one leg, but the other leg is off to the side a little bit and not moving, and it's off to the side in an unnatural way, and that's the part that's blurred. Right? That's happening every fucking day. Every day these psychopaths are killing children while starving them to death. And you want to cry about Charlie? Who, by the way, happened to have one of those Jewish funerals. One of those Jewish funerals that happens immediately after the death. Only seems to happen with them. Not a panel debate with the chat. I'm talking about with other YouTubers. Nobody will ever even come close. As soon as you figure out who's winning the debate, you and yourself let us know. Yep. Invisible Sky Daddy. That's original. No thinking for yourself. You're not so tough. You think someone wouldn't step up to you? You maniac. I know you wouldn't, you crazy ass crybaby bitch. I know you've had the opportunity to. You claim to be across the street right now, and no, you're not out here. Come on out here, you dumb bitch. I have a friend who follows Mormonism and Islam, and I disagree with him. Cool. What's your question, Nancy boy? What's the matter? No thinking for yourself, Nancy boy. Sam High would lay the sarcasm on so thick on this guy, he wouldn't even understand what's happening to him. Sure, I wouldn't. Let's see. I'm going against however many people is here. The numbers clearly aren't accurate. I mean, how many feeds do you ever watch that have 9 likes and 6 viewers? Totally makes sense, doesn't it? But yeah, sure. Convince this man that he believes everything that he believes is just allow him to spew all his nonsense, defeating himself in a debate. Sure. But you can't. You can't seem to do anything even close to it, huh? I'm gonna reset because this is bullshit, so I'll reset. You pedophiles, kill yourself.